Senti and Bactrian knew that Millie would like it. The centipede just loved seeing his sister's cute smile on her face. Bactrian suggested that they should remain inside the skull for an entertaining time until Stinger finally managed to get the ring off the rib. This sounded like a good idea for the myriapod siblings.
Nice.
Just then, Senti and Millie noticed they were heading toward the crypt. When the zombie opened the door, he went inside and walked down the stairs. Millie was starting to feel anxious again as things were getting bizarre. So Senti crawled to his sister and held her in his limbs for comfort. Bactrian peeked through the left eye hole and watched as the zombie strolled down the stairs. He and the myriapod siblings had no idea what was going on. Stinger finally managed to get the ring off the rib with the help of Veneta and Leggy. The scorpion was thrilled that he got the circular band back, and he kissed it repeatedly. Veneta and Leggy were glad that he had retrieved it, but they wanted to get off the zombie immediately. Being inside a corpse that could walk alone made them feel creeped out. But Stinger, on the other pedipalp, wasn't bothered by it. Leggy told the two love bugs to escape immediately and to let him retrieve Bactrian and the myriapod siblings from the skull. But Stinger and Veneta refused to leave their friends behind. They wanted to make sure that every buggy was safe and unharmed. Just then, the zombie suddenly stopped. Stinger moved the jacket with his left claw to see what was going on, and he and his friends noticed they were in a room filled with sarcophaguses. The three arachnids wondered why the corpse would be in a chamber filled with stone funerals. Leggy thought the zombie would be strolling around the city looking for brains to eat. But Veneta believed that maybe he wanted to find a nice coffin to sleep in because his grave might have been too uncomfortable for him. The corpse inhaled deeply, and he let out a horrendous roar that echoed through the room. The horrifying sound almost made the invertebrates go deaf. The torches on the walls lit up, and the sarcophaguses started moving. The invertebrates were afraid and confused about what was happening. They were startled when one of the sarcophagus's lids fell off. When they looked closer at it, they almost had heart attacks when a rotten hand suddenly appeared. They were even more shocked to witness a lot of zombies coming out of their funerals. Millie curled up into a spiral, feeling scared as she gazed at a lot of zombies coming out of their sarcophaguses. Leggy started to fall off as he passed out, but Veneta managed to catch him in her pedipalps. She managed to snap him out of it by slapping him 10 times. When he woke up from being unconscious, he quickly crawled inside the ribcage to hide and started quivering in fear. So, Veneta crawled to him, holding her harvestman spider friend in her limbs for comfort. Stinger also crawled inside the ribcage to protect his friends from the terrifying zombies. The corpse then proceeded to walk with the other corpses. Bactrian and Senti wondered where the zombies might be going, so they sat tight and waited for something to happen. Millie was still in her spiral form, trying to find her happy place. Millie imagined herself sitting comfortably on a sunflower while enjoying the view of a beautiful field of flowers on a bright, sunny day. It was working well at first. However, the ground started to rumble beneath her. The millipede almost had a heart attack when she witnessed a couple of skeletal hands bursting out suddenly. Abruptly, an undead corpse emerged with a sunflower on its head. Seeing a horrifying zombie made her wake up from her fantasy. She then started to have a nervous breakdown. She mumbled crazily, rolled around, and pulled at her antennae. The centipede and the camel spider found it uncomfortable to see her being so stressed out. Senti wanted to help his sister, but he still wanted to see what was happening with the zombies. He was sure that she would be all right eventually. All of the zombies stopped when they entered a big room that had a circular pool beneath a black iron gazebo. The invertebrates wondered what was going on. Just then, the zombie who was the corpse of Danny inhaled deeply and then let out his roar again. His dreadful sound had somehow made the pool start bubbling. The pool then ceased its bubbles when a black sarcophagus emerged to the surface, stood up straight, and then released water when the lid opened itself. What was inside the coffin was a soggy, old, skeletal corpse. He came out of his coffin and he approached the corpse of Danny Fieldmouse. When the two zombies faced each other, Senti and Bactrian ducked so they wouldn't be seen. The invertebrates covered their eyes and embraced each other, waiting for what the two corpses were going to do when they raised their arms. The two zombies patted each other's arms, gave out a hug, and then they patted each other's backs. The invertebrates were confused about what the zombies were doing. They didn't expect the two corpses to be hugging like best friends. However, the Netta found it very sweet to see them embracing each other joyfully. After the zombies finished hugging, the wet one waved his left hand and moaned to the other zombies as a sign of hello. All the zombies did the same thing back to him. The damp zombie then turned around and faced the black coffin. Inside the funeral was a drawn circle with a skull in it. The damp zombie raised both arms and chanted,
Sit anima, et corpus putrida, id inferis, in mortuorum.
The drawing started glowing green, transforming into a portal inside the black sarcophagus. The invertebrates were amazed at what they were seeing. Senti called out to his sister to check out the scene. However, Millie refused to see anything because she was still traumatized. He managed to get her attention by telling her that one of the zombies had opened a mysterious portal. When she looked through the nose, her eyes became big at what she saw. The invertebrates wondered where the portal might lead. Leggy and Millie feared that it might lead to a super scary place. The wet zombie started walking toward the coffin, and then the other corpses followed him. The invertebrates had an enormous surprise as the damp corpse disappeared into the portal. They all embraced each other as Danny headed toward the mysterious entrance. Every buggy vanished as he also entered it.